Finally, we're going to talk about Astragalus in terms of supplements, and then we'll discuss more things. When it comes to supplements, well, Astragalus is a plant that comes from traditional Chinese medicine. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's a plant that was said to be one of the longevity plants and is widely used as a tonic to give strength in old age and to extend lifespan for an anti-aging effect. What does Astragalus do? It has a really interesting effect. What is the mechanism, the action that Astragalus has on aging? The Chinese observed many years ago. Is there really an anti-aging effect in Astragalus? Well, it is currently known that Astragalus is a plant that has a very important active ingredient, which is cycloastragenol. I've highlighted it here in red, cycloastragenol, okay? It has many others. The nice thing about working with plants, and not just with extracts, is that in the end, you're not just using one active ingredient, but you're using a synergy that creates a very important effect. Because it's not just about the importance of the active ingredient, but the sum of all those components. So what happens is that I'm going to talk about this, although notice that it not only contains cycloastragenol, but also important minerals like iron, manganese, zinc, and very important amino acids like alanine, proline, and arginine. When you use a plant, as I said, we're using a series of important molecules to achieve that effect. Well, what cycloastragenol does is that it acts by lengthening the telomeres. And now there's going to be a depletion of Astragalus in the world. What it does is, well, you know, I was saying before that in each cell division, what happened is that those telomerases would close these chromosomes and make the telomeres have a certain length. What happens with each replication, these telomeres get shorter, and the telomerases slow down with age. As they slow down, they become shorter until they eventually stop. We run out of telomeres and the cell divides less. We already know that cell regeneration slows down, age, and it seems to be related to these telomerases. So if we find a way to lengthen the telomeres and keep those telomerases from becoming sluggish, just imagine we would be creating a very, very, very interesting effect. Well, currently there is an active ingredient. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's registered as TAR65. TAR65 is an extract. It's cycloastragenol from Astragalus. This extract from Astragalus, this cycloastragenol, has been studied for its effect on telomerases and telomeres. A study was conducted here in Barcelona, Spain, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, where they looked at the effect of taking TAR65 compared to a placebo control at 3, 6, 9, and 12 months on the length of those telomeres when taking Astragalus and when not taking it. Okay? The conclusion of the study is that the group that took Astragalus not only did not experience a decrease in those telomeres, but they also showed an increase in the shortening that they had experienced with age, while the group that did not take Astragalus saw their telomeres decrease, as is usual and normal in length. Therefore, it seems evident that telomeres and that cycloastragenol, from Astragalus is a stimulus for telomerases so that those telomeres continue to have an interesting length. Well, this is a top one. I mean, both this and the mechanism of action of resveratrol. I tell you, there's a lot of effort in finding molecules that have these mechanisms of action, because this is very, very, very important when it comes to addressing aging.